So I'd like to introduce Victor Prada and Roxy Taco, if you would like to come up and you can explain what you're doing.
Thank you, Richard. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to join you here this evening. My name is Roxy Tico, and I am the program manager at the Central Astoria Local Development Coalition. Our organization, along with the Queens Economic Development Corporation, are joint recipients of a 3-year grant through the Department of Small Business Services, which is called the Neighborhood 360 for the neighborhood of Astoria, which aims to identify, launch, and revitalize projects that will enhance the commercial corridors. Now I'm going to turn things over to Victor Prado.
Thank you, Roxy. As you can tell, Roxy is very detailed in the way she speaks. That's why I always have her go first, because I know nothing will get missed. But I handle the other side of this Neighborhood 360 grant. My side of things is focused more on business development. So I do and handle everything from, people who want to start their businesses. They, hey, I have this idea. I just don't know how to get started.
And we hope to have an in-depth conversation on housing and housing issues, which are such a big part of what every New Yorker deals with. And we're up here, we've attempted to put together a diverse group of people with interests in real estate, so the different points of view are expressed and we can start a conversation.
And the proposals that we're talking about today don't emerge from nowhere. They come directly from the Fair Housing Plan that some folks might be familiar with, that was produced by our sister agency, Housing Preservation Development, or HPD, called Where We Live NYC. And Where We Live is a fair housing plan that was created in collaboration of over 250 community organizations. And basically what they found in those conversations with community groups as well as members of the public is that our housing shortage and affordability crisis have severely limited New Yorkers' housing choices.
We came up with this initiative because we wanted to tackle a couple of problems. One is the city's affordability crisis. We all here are aware that the city is facing a very dire affordability crisis. The city's tied for first place as the most expensive city in the world, and half of working age households in New York City can't afford to live here. Record high rents, we just heard about the record low vacancies, and so there's just a very severe lack of housing supply and housing options for folks who want to live here or who do live here and are maybe growing their family or outgrew their current space.
We're basically here to help the community find land that they can afford and control. In other words, for housing, for commercial space, for a park, for whatever it is, we're here to decommodify the land. Land has become a huge commodity, and we're here to take it out of the monopoly board and back into the hands of the community, is what we're here for. So we basically want to work with anyone in Western Queens, any kind of a group of people who have an idea, a project, a need, whether it's housing or whatever, and can't afford a building, and we're here to try to help you get that building. Now, buildings cost a lot of money, so there's a big challenge there. It's not as easy as that, but that's the basic idea of why we exist.
Certainly community boards and groups that are against affordable housing being built in their neighborhoods. And we've dealt with that hyper locally. We've dealt with it in pretty much every borough and every community board there is in this city. So I think a lot that's good about these types of conversations is education, understanding that we firmly believe housing is a right. Housing needs to be affordable. We don't necessarily agree that building is not part of that solution. I think we certainly agree. We believe that we do have to build more. Density is important. Scarcity does not help the issue.